Drake and Tory album now.
Man, that would actually be real fire.
Mm-hmm.
A Drake and Tory project.
Drake and Tory, that's it.
Yeah, nah. I think the people want it.
Yeah.
Sure.
We'll see if it happens whenever he able to get out, if they actually do some
Hey, it looks
some
like
work
he can do
together.
it from jail.
Yeah.
The way this album came out.
Good.
We're gonna need to. I think it'll be better if he actually does get out early.
Mm-hmm.
That'd
If
be
they
fire.
can just slow cook, just kind of keep going with the Canada's,
Not only Drake
Bad
is
boys.
a P word, he's aligning himself with an abuser.
Yeah, exactly.
A woman abuser.
They should,
you
start,
might
they
as
should
well.
start it off like that, like Tory did his album.
Hey, bro, you might as well turn heel.
Everybody else is.
Everybody else is.
Everybody else.
But hey,
what's good, everybody?
what's good, y'all, man? How y'all doing? We do have to start this mug off with our bad. I did say episode 99 and a half, forgetting that we had a whole few episodes into 100.
We could have actually easily just checked, but we did.
Yeah, we could.
I don't know why. I was we could have checked.
What is this, like 104? Am I right? 105?
Go again,
Let's
doing
check.
that thing,
Let's
yeah.
check.
The fact that we don't remember from a week ago.
Nah, it's 105. I know
Sure?
for sure. Yeah.
You pause it because you're still checking just to double confirm.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna double check just to confirm. But
So it's 104. KRBE. Not affiliated, right?
not at all.
You sure?
Yeah.
104.
Yep. This is 105.
Now it's 105. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
105.
We can't.
So now we're right. We went that whole episode, bro. Just this 99 and a half, not 100. What we gonna do for 100? Forgetting that we done already did all that. That's
I
kind of
know.
wild.
Boys was like, did they forget?
Yeah.
I think the 100 was with Chiseled and Brandon.
Oh,
Yeah.
it might have been.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That was-
Chisel, and then I think 101 was with Brandon.
Oh yeah, 101 was with Brandon. Yeah, because that's when he had came down here for, was it
One of them shows, right?
I think it had to be like SummerSlam.
SummerSlam?
Yeah. Shout out to
He comes
Chisel.
out here
Man.
for SummerSlam all the time.
Shout
Yeah,
out to Chisel, man. We appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Always showing love
Yeah, no, for sure, bro.
to the channel, man.
But yeah, our bad. Excuse us. I mean, we were just trying to, get into it. That's how excited and eager we were to do like 100th episode.
Even though we did it.
Even though we did it,
It was a good one.
We was just that lit to kind
we
of get
just
back
don't-
into
Y'all
the.
didn't really care.
Yeah, we did though.
Kind of been did it.
But we back though. You know what I'm saying?
105 from 90.
We this is episode 100 with 5 episodes experience.
Okay.
So we still could play it like
Okay.
episode 100, but we just practiced 5 times after the 100 for the actual 100.
Oh, okay.
Right.
just
We'll just go with whatever he just said. We'll go
Yeah.
with that. But yeah, man.
A lot of news going on as usual.
First things first.
Rest in peace, Uncle Phil.
Yeah, that too. But the Tory project was fire, man.
Well, first thing first, Steve isn't here.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to the homie Steve. We were actually heading here to record, and he had some things to take care of. So we just decided to go ahead and do the episode in his absence.
Yeah.
course.
But shout out to the homie.
For sure,
everything
for sure.
works out for him. But yeah, so like you were saying.
We checked out the Tory project. He checked it out too. Obviously separate from us, but he made mention to like tweet and talk about it, and he was enjoying it. And I think the general consensus from the people I've seen on social media was like they enjoyed it, and
Yeah,
it
they
actually sounded pretty good considering he's been in jail. So the advancement in
crazy
just
part.
engineering and sound quality to have an album, sound as good as it does from someone behind bars, hearing riots and all types of stuff like
Boys fighting.
that's kind of crazy. That's really impressive because I mean we've heard people deliver verses from jail, and you can tell it was always different from the quality, but a whole project and like it's like an hour and 27 minutes of someone like just talking about their experiences and everything they went through for the past how many years this thing's been going on? Since like 2021 or something like that?
It's been going on forever.
For a long time. So, the fact that he was able to do that and put a pretty solid project together is impressive. Whether, obviously there's going to be people who feel a certain way about the whole situation. And we don't want to talk about it because it's been there,
We've been
done
down
that,
that road.
So, it's just one of those things where you choose to believe what you want to believe and you go from there. But, on just the surface level of just good quality music, which Tory is very consistent with.
It was really solid.
It was pretty good. I'm
Yeah.
still bumping it, gonna probably still be jamming it, you know what I'm saying, as time goes on.
Yeah, no, man. I mean, and I think too, him being in jail just adds to it that much more.
Yeah.
Like I think it's just like a
So you gotta go to jail to sell a record. All right,
I mean, not even
or
that.
be in the position of whatever you're rapping about.
I think people was more intrigued on trying to see what it was going to sound like because of that as well. Like,
Yeah.
because I mean, you got to
Yeah,
think about it.
yeah,
If someone's
they
in
did.
jail, like the main. I'm not saying that that's the
How
only
this
reason,
gonna sound?
only reason why they wanted to listen to it.
No, that's
but
a big reason
It's
why.
a big reason.
Yeah.
Like, how is this dude behind bars and he's still a whole album, an hour and something? Like, people.
I think
was like,
that
how did that happen?
I think that brings in the people that wasn't even really interested in checking it out.
That too.
Because I think that the people that are, normal listeners and fans of Tory was gonna check it out regardless.
Yeah.
But I think the people that was just like, dang, we thought we shut this dude out. They wanted to see like, okay, how could this sound?
Yeah.
Let's see if it's trash.
I mean, you got
Yeah,
You
that
know.
too.
just like I was saying in the beginning of the album, like when you first listen to it, he's calling out all little things, the news and all the media said about
Oh
him.
yeah, for sure.
So for somebody like that to put an album out, I mean, he already knew everybody's gonna listen to it.
Hey man, but it sucks to not be able to really speak your piece about something.
Yeah.
Where people are able to drag your name without you
Yeah.
even being open.
For a
and-
long time.
Yeah, and again, we're not gonna get into it, but just always want people to know we weren't there. So it's like
Yeah.
it'll always forever just be a
We'll never know.
Yeah, it's
until
like,
they
bro.
come out with a documentary.
50 years later when we all older and
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, I knew it. I knew I was
Well, I
right.
mean, there has been a documentary. That
Well,
came
there has,
out.
yeah. He did talk about it, and obviously he wouldn't even, they didn't come to him to get his
Oh, yeah,
side
no, for
because
sure.
you knew what it was. Like, he talked about it in the project, so I mean, but
He did for what is good. I mean, it just makes for good content. It makes for good music, and that way you can kind of see how artistically he's able to kind of make us get his side of the story through music. But yep, rated the project pretty dope. Again, like you, I've been jamming it as well. It's been pretty one of much of those that it's a good follow up after the Drake P&D project.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people was comparing those, but they're two different vibes.
Yeah,
you can't really compare
they're-
the different vibes. People are always gonna be like, oh, this better. Are we
I
gonna
mean,
be
you
honest and
gotta-
say it was better?
They're on
You know?
the Drake hate train. So anything that anybody
I don't know. It's
puts out.
that one's tough because they both kind of like
That's true, but right now, that's
He's hated more,
let me
though.
tell you the sad part about that. Right now, even with sad to say, Tory he's still who he is, but even with him being convicted felon, they're still comparing him to Drake because
Yeah.
people hate him so much that they're like, oh, his album's better than his. I mean, that's
it's
just
a
what it is.
Biden algorithm thing right now. But until Drake just consistently drop those bangers again, you're gonna start seeing that calmly. Like when the summer start getting around here, people gonna be like, all right, Drake, where you at now, man? It's time to get outside, brother. I'm gonna need you to come through with another Nokia. Yeah, bet
Yep.
you do. Bet
you
do.
stupid.
Bet you do.
Well,
Who's not calling my phone?
You stupid. It just depends on whenever he does drop something, but I think he chilling, bro. I mean,
Yeah,
at the end of the day,
he
bro.
been running the game for a while, bro.
Yeah, drop some good music, go do whatever you want to do, and kind of go from there. And like you were saying, he's been running the music, been a big focal point in that for a very long time. So I mean, that's just what it is.
for
the hate
sure.
is gonna always come around. But
gonna always
speaking of that, we got to talk about obviously the situation between LeBron and
Stephen A.
Stephen A. And I think LeBron recently, and I sent you the article where he recently talked about why he came at Stephen A. at the recent Lakers game.
Oh, I would love to hear that because I didn't hear that one.
So, but initially,
you sent the article.
yeah, I sent the article where he, I think it was either yesterday, day before. I'm not sure.
It's in the New York Post.
But yeah, basically, for those who don't know, and there was a clip where Stephen A. was at the game, and I think it was like the end of the third or whatever, and LeBron walked past him, and he had some choice words for him.
Yeah, he did.
You can definitely tell in the video, it wasn't PG. It wasn't the face of the NBA LeBron. It seemed like he was pretty pissed off, and then he walked off. And then obviously, it's funny how that happened. I think ESPN announced that they was going to grant Stephen A. like $100 million contract. So then after that, he had to talk about it on first take because everybody's going to want to know what did he say. And then I think he also went into greater detail on his show, on his podcast. But basically,
ratings up, baby.
yeah, he was basically talking about like, You know, he didn't like some of Stephen A's comments towards Bronny, and he also, you know, just felt like he was just coming at him as a father. So, and he's made it very clear, like, they don't have like the best relationship. It's not like no beef. It's just like, yo, what up? You know,
Yeah.
I'm by type stuff, and that's what it was. But
Because he don't see him as the GOAT, so.
I don't know if that's the extent to it, but from what he said in the article, you can, I guess, it wasn't even a lot that was mentioned, but you can kind of see what he said. But,
Well, I see the one where he was talking to Richard Jefferson.
Yeah.
That's the one afterwards. While chopping up with ESPN broadcasting, former teammate Richard Jefferson had the Lakers lost to the Celtics. Oh, damn.
Yeah, they did.
I love how they slid that in there.
Yeah, they did lose.
Ahead of the Lakers loss to the Celtics on Sunday, the two began laughing about the future Hall of Famers running in with Stephen A. early in this week. That's the only thing I'm tripping, James appeared to say to Jefferson as the two embraced on the court. I don't give a F. Once he talks about, I'm pleading to you as a father, I can't.
Yeah, that's pretty much
yeah. This was regarding James' son Bronny. After the Lakers went to the home win over the Knicks on Thursday, James confronted Smith, who was sitting courtside for the game. James looked livid with Smith during the heated exchange, which Smith confirmed was related to James being upset about Smith's commentary surrounding James' son.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a sticky situation because I see it from both sides.
Yeah,
So
it's not a one side.
Yeah, no, it's a split.
Because I know what he was talking about, because I think there was a segment where he was talking about, I'm pleading with you.
Yeah.
You know, since your father, like, you should probably, you shouldn't have probably did it this way. Like, you know, you kind of got him in a compromising position. So I can understand, LeBron taking offense to that. Like, hey, don't tell me how I need to move with my son and what I want to do with my child.
Yeah.
But also to the other side of that, this is the same guy that was quoted saying, "Oh, before he got in the league, he's better than a lot of people that's in the league right now."
He did say that, bro. He said he can run with the ones,
and you're supposed to always big up your son.
For sure.
You're supposed to big up your family. You feel me? So I don't fault him for having that confidence in his son, because if you don't, then who else will?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You feel me? But you also got to understand, if he doesn't live up to those expectations that you put out there, then you know what's going to happen.
Cavalry is coming, bro.
You know the criticism.
And that's the part that I want to discuss. Being a parent, that's understandable. You're going to always have your child's back, regardless of who it is or the situation.
It's going to make you feel some type of way.
It's going to make you feel some type of way. But my point is, Stephen A. has talked about every celebrity, every NBA player that he feels like did something in the game that he didn't agree with. He talked about every NFL player that he feel like is not the best. Like, this guy talks about everybody. So he talks about the Cowboys more worse than he talks about LeBron. So my thing is, like, I understand the parent part of it, but you got to understand that's his job.
Yeah.
Like, that's why he get paid $100 million.
Yeah.
Because he is who he is. So that's the part where I wouldn't have got so upset about, because I would have knew in the back of my head that, understandable, I'm a parent. I'm going to always feel some type of way if somebody talks bad about my child. But that's still a guy that has a job to do. So at the end of the day, how do you think other people feel when he talks about them? They probably feel the same way. But in a way, I feel like LeBron is who he is. You shouldn't have to come out and talk to a man publicly or anything like that to make a point. I see people on the internet talking about why didn't he should have did it? He did it publicly, so why wouldn't he do it publicly? But it's like,
it's
you have a higher image.
Yeah,
you
know where you at.
You know where you at. So there's no point of you going out talking to a guy about something that shouldn't even been talked about. He talked about everybody. Like,
yeah, but it's the whole. I think in his eyes is like, I dealt with the criticism and I know what it felt like, so it just hurts that my son now has to go through that same criticism, especially not living up to the expectations that we may have deemed right off.
But he also started that, as y'all mentioned. You said before your son even got drafted, you told the world that he was better than some people that were currently in the
That's
NBA.
the double-edged part to it.
So you can't can't get mad.
You was talking bold, man.
At people criticizing him now when he's owing a lot of things.
It's one of them double-edged like situations. Like I was saying, is you can really understand both sides. Like this is not just no straight down the one-sided factors. This is straight down the middle
but
to me.
But you also, as you said, it's both sides, so it's no point in being so butthurt over that because it's like it should have been brushed off the shoulder.
Yeah, he know people was gonna put his. I mean, whose son hasn't been put on a pedestal when your dad is such and such?
Look at what Shador dealing with. Like, he's getting so much hate as well. So it's like that's what you deal with when your parent is already a celebrity and they're already.
I think you just got to prepare your child for this.
Exactly.
If you bro, like come on, bro. Like look how much they cover LeBron. Look how much they've covered and how long they've covered LeBron since he's been in the league. Once you said that your son was gonna be a competitor, all eyes was gonna be on. Exactly. I remember watching the Ballers Life clips and all that, and I used to see them like try to formulate, clips to make it look like Bronny was going off, even though he'll probably like score a few times. But I was really, once I did go to the video for him, I was looking at the other dude that was the coldest on the team. I'm like, dang, where homie at? I hope homie get drafted because he going off.
You know why I still look at it like that?
It don't work out like that.
What's to call his son?
Carmelo
Anthony's son.
Yeah, he's pretty cold.
He's cold.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like it's just one of those things. People gonna always, once your name is attached to it and you're the father of such and such, they're always gonna look. Oh, are you like your dad? Are you better? Are you worse?
I mean, that's
a story. That's headlines.
That's part of it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's like I can understand both sides. And, you're gonna always want to stand up for your child and someone that you love and care about. But you also gotta understand that this is the world that y'all live in, bro. Exactly. And you're like the face of the NBA. So anything that you say and do is going to be under a huge microscope, even when it comes down to your children being involved. I mean, we've seen it with Jordan and his children, and we see how that's, the pressures, of him trying to play basketball and trying to go to the league. Like, I couldn't imagine. Like, trying to follow one of the greatest of
ever do
all time. Like that's immense amount of pressure that I don't even think people could comprehend, because at the end of the day, you're trying to live up, and also you're trying to make a name for yourself, and that's what's going to be the toughest key. You know what I'm saying, with any individual that's coming in the league under their father or something like that. It's making a name for yourself. Like, you don't want to just be like, oh, that's so and so's son. You want to be like, oh, that's Bronny. Oh, that's
for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
He just so happened to be.
It all works out. But
LeBron is his dad, bro.
Yeah, and I'm wishing the best for him, bro. Yeah, I want him. He's young. Like, boys acting like he's supposed to be out there averaging 20. Like, bro, he just got in the league. You know what I'm saying? Let him develop. I know they have him going back and forth between the G League and stuff. Let him develop. Let him
just started there. Period.
Yeah, let him develop and let him formulate his own path, and that's and go from there. I'm not about to sit up here and ridicule a kid when half you niggas out here ridiculing. Wish you could be out there balling, but the most balling y'all doing is at your local YMCA
or 2K,
and you still on the bench, or 2K, and you still on the bench there. Nobody want to squad up with you. So the point I'm trying to make is, we all have that sense of entitlement, like we know better, when it's like, at the end of the day, they're young. He's making millions already. Yep. Let him formulate and develop his game and go from there. Yeah. Now, if we 5, 6, 7 years later and we haven't seen no progress, then it could be like, ooh, all right, man.
Yeah, it's looking like struggling.
Yeah, but outside of that, I'm not about to side with one individual or the other, because I can understand both points.
But we forget that they get paid to do that.
Yeah,
that's one thing people really forget. I mean,
they get paid good money.
We go online, look at the contract Stephen A just got. Do you think he cares?
He don't give
about what any of you people got.
That's like an NFL contract,
bro. Like, homie get
to
on
talk
there,
about sports.
Homies get on Twitter every day to talk trash about sports for free.
For the free,
and
they pay for the check,
and while these people are living, don't even know you exist.
Yeah.
Versus when people actual players tune in to these analysts and commentators and people on these shows and bro, they pay attention to them so that way they can kind of get their point. What they saying about me? But why
do you think LeBron was mad? Because he tuned in?
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, but that's also like media's fault and all that stuff too, because they put LeBron on this pedestal for so long.
Yeah.
To where it's like, to me, it makes him bigger than the game. Like, you don't even know about nothing else going on. I didn't even hear about the loss as big as I've been hearing about how much they've been on a tear for the past, week or so since Luka got there. And it's just like, bro, there's other teams that's balling. There's other teams that's doing something.
Cleveland just won again.
Bro, like, get back to them showing, like, basketball.
I think they won 15 straight. Cleveland.
And people probably don't even know the starting five.
And then OKC just beat, who did they just beat? Denver.
I didn't see that last one.
Yeah, did the Rockets win the last two as well?
Mm-hmm. We beat the brakes out of New Orleans. I think we scored the second most.
And I don't know if that clip of Zion was recent or not, but he was, breezing by Dylan Brooks. Told him, man, he can't hold me.
Nah, bro, we beat it was 140 to like one something. Like no, it was 145 to like 10 something. Bro.
Don't motivate us.
Wow. They beat the brakes.
But the Rockets been balling too. I know we went on a little injury thing.
Yeah, that's what's been kind of hurting us.
A few games kind of dropped us down. I think last time I seen was number 5, but we was balling too. So,
OKC doing their thing. They just beat Denver. And then that's a good team too. Yeah. Obviously a playoff team.
What about Golden State? I heard they've been doing good as well.
I don't know.
I think they've been faring out pretty well.
I haven't seen a recent game. But,
I haven't been watching Golden State like that.
But to the point of what Dub was saying is like, that's all you're going to see. Football season, Cowboys. That's all you're going to see.
Yeah.
A basketball season, Lakers and Golden State.
They'll throw in KD because of
the KD situation. Yeah. You're not gonna really hear too much about Cleveland.
Draymond beating on somebody.
Yeah, Draymond and his takes. You're not gonna hear too much about
all his disqualifications.
About Cleveland and all these other teams, OKC teams that are actually doing well. They weren't even the last time when we were number 2 in the West. That's when I remember that clip of Stephen A. talking about the Rockets. I was like, oh, that was rare. It was like a 5-minute clip, but I'll take it. He's like, hey, man, in a few years, these guys, they going to be some championship contending teams. And
I think I showed Warren that clip when he said that.
I think teams pay for media spots.
Yeah, of course.
Outside of like big things happening. I don't know. It's just weird.
Why do you think they got Kai Cenat at the Grammys and stuff now? Like they look for people to.
Shout out to Kai though. Kai is everywhere. Doing his thing, him and Steve. You gotta show love to people like that, man. I mean, they out here getting it young. Yeah. Putting the work in and the effort. I mean, a lot of people always be like they want to be there, but these dudes work.
Yeah.
He like what 23.
I don't understand how much that is managing streams and trying to put something together.
Yeah.
So a lot of people may look at it as like, oh man, that's easy. Y'all just bro.
The amount of moving pieces, making sure
so many now. Like, and especially when you get to that level, because now you can't even just go to link up down the street. Without causing
a scene.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to get to that point. I would like to still be able to move freely. But, obviously to build up the brand in the clutch. But I don't know about I got to send my security team to go pick up my groceries. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, bro. We can do it. Come on, man.
I don't know about that.
I wouldn't want that because I still want to live.
I want to be able to at least go somewhere. If I see some people, that's fine. But I don't want it to be like, as soon as I step out, it's a mob. Is that?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
You sure?
Because, we got 4 kids, so sometimes it don't it be a little discombobulated sometimes.
Cool. I'll just go I'll just get in my Kendrick bag. Well, you ain't gonna know nothing about nothing that I got going on.
I mean,
somebody gonna see you.
People can see me. That's fine.
You got
and then more people gonna see you.
That's what. Yeah, they be. Hey,
Dub's over here.
Yeah, I'll be gone. All right.
I know that GC3 RS.
Tranquilize them. We got someone that's snitching. Come on.
I know that Porsche.
Stabilize them for 5 minutes until I get out of here.
That Turbo 911. I know which one that is.
I'm dead.
I saw, bro, people are investigators. All it take is say we taking a group picture and they see the edge of your car and they see the color and then they know, I know he was with him.
Picking things together.
And then, wait a minute, he in Houston. There's only one, ain't too many Porsches that color. And he was talking about the color on the stream, but he ain't really go into detail with it. Bro. These niggas are detectives. Oh yeah, I know where he's at. I don't want to, get to that level of stardom. I'm good, bro. I'm good.
What would you do if it just happened though? Like
if it just happened, then it just happened.
You can't do nothing about that.
Yeah, there ain't nothing I can. Stop liking me, guys. Leave me alone.
Sounds like about you though. Something you'll come out with.
They just gotta catch me first.
There you go. We're gonna have a task force. Oh, catch you, huh? We'll be set up at different checkpoints.
They going to catch me.
So that way someone is always ahead of you, so that way they can keep up with you.
But yeah, your boy got some good news, man.
Oh, yeah?
My case has been dismissed, man.
Oh, you're not a criminal no more.
I wasn't a criminal before, first and foremost. Let's not do that. I was a law-abiding citizen, except on that particular day. Now, here's the situation.
That's why he liked the Tory album.
No, that's not the reason. But so last year, I ended up getting 2 speeding tickets. Now, one is on me. But the other one is not on me.
Yeah.
Now, the one that was on me, you know how when the lanes merge, like when there's like construction.
No,
I wasn't.
Somebody get into that bag.
Yeah, no, because I hadn't been in that area in a minute. I was actually heading to a car meet, and I was cruising. And then there was a truck next to me, and they was doing some construction. So it was cut down. It's 2 lanes on each side, but they cut it down to 1. So it's nighttime. I didn't realize that until old dude in the truck took off. I'm like, oh shit, I got to get over. And there's another car right behind me. So I'm like, all right, I just got to speed up and get over. So I sped up. Yeah. But when I sped up, there was a cop right there. And mind you, it was like dark.
Speed up.
And he was in the shadows. So I didn't, you know how they had the reflective, lettering. I didn't notice it until it said police. Yep. And I was like, oh no. So I'm thinking like, well, I wasn't going too fast, right? But he turned that light on. No. I was like, yep, he got me. So I pulled over, and he was actually cool. He was like real chill about it. He was like, hey, man.
I got you.
Yeah, because, sometimes they be like, yeah, you was going boom, 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 boom. And, they don't really, they don't show the proof. They just say it. And you can be like, oh, I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? But this nigga's pulled a device that showed the actual speed. I was like, oh.
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah.
Just in case you try to.
I'm sorry about that, officer. I didn't know the area. The construction area. I didn't know it went down to 1 lane. He was like, all right, man, it's all good, bro. Hey, if you haven't had any tickets, which I hadn't, you can just do like defensive driving. I'm not even gonna put that you was in the construction zone, because if you put that obviously makes it even worse. Yeah. So he was real cool, and he was like, hey man, I love the car, bro. I was like, oh man, appreciate. Once he said that, my guard dropped.
Yeah.
Because that was the first thing he said. Oh, man, I love this AMG. I was like, I'm good now.
The ticket won't be as much.
Yeah, the ticket won't be as much, or I may get a warning. So at that point, he gave me the ticket, let me go, and then I did the defensive driving, and it was done. But here's the thing. Before I did all that, I was going to take the defensive driving. I want to say earlier in the year, I was heading to another meet. Now, this was in the Pasadena area. This is why I don't go back over there. Yeah. But I learned my lesson. But I'm exiting, right? And I see the cop. So it's not even like I was surprised or anything. I literally see the cop. And I'm slowing down to get off the exit ramp. But dude pulls. I want to say I'm like 2-3 cars in front. He decides to pull off, and I'm like, I think he's coming after me. Something in my spirit, like, yeah,
what's up?
He coming after me, because he was like 2 cars behind me. Now I'm just sitting there, I'm watching my rear. I had Blondie with me, rest in peace. So I had Blondie with me. I was like, man, I think I'm getting pulled over, Blondie. And he sped up around the other cars, got right behind me. I was like, yep, it's GG's. And he didn't say a single word. He just said, hey, you was going, what he said? I think he said I was going like 70 in like a 50 or some shit. And I'm like, that ain't the case, because I saw you, bro. So why would I be speeding? Because I knew he was using the radar gun. Yeah. So he had to be looking at me exiting instead of me passing right by him. So I'm like, bro, I saw you, but I didn't even say anything. He was like, I'm like, I didn't know or whatever. He's like, license, registration, boom, 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 boom. Came back, gave me the ticket, and that was it. Didn't say a single
Didn't
word.
Get personable, didn't comment on the vehicle or
nothing. So at that point, I knew I was fucked. So mind you, like I said, I had to choose which one I was going to fight, which one I was going to do the driving course. So I did the driving course with the situation that, clearly that was on me. So I'm like, all right, cool. But I was going to try to fight the other one, because I'm like, hey, man, hell no. Like, I know for a fact I wouldn't speed.
Do this, cuz.
So we go to the courthouse. Mind you, it's like a 40-minute fucking drive for me. Go to the courthouse, And I'm sitting there, and they end up calling my name, and I'm talking to the lady in the back, and I was like, "Look, I wasn't going the speed that he said he was. He clocked me at." He's like, "All right, if you want to, take this trial, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Or we can do something like this. You pay the $200, and if you don't get no more tickets for 3 months, then we'll dismiss it. Or we can fight this." And she seemed serious.
Let's fight.
This nigga said, "Let's fight." Yeah, let's fight. So I ended up dropping the $200, and then I was upset about it.
They still got you.
Right? Ain't that the amount?
Yeah, it's like
well, the amount would have been more. Because he said I was in the construction zone.
Oh, so he was gonna write it up.
Yeah.
Run it up on
you and them construction zones.
Bro, there was no construction. It was just cones.
I don't know, bro.
There was no construction, bro.
Come on the opposite side.
Construction.
No, it was no construction. Right. It was just these niggas. No, niggas be leaving the cones there and
they do.
Bro,
but they also got them signs where they be having a construction man on there doing a little gesture.
Coming
up.
Anywho,
Mr. AMG.
So anywho, after that, I was like, all right, cool. So I've been chilling, and I called up there today, and yeah, man, your boy is, the case got dismissed.
Hey.
Yeah, give a round of applause.
3 months, no speeding. Oh my
God.
No speeding, just not getting caught.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was.
Why would you say that?
Because they got you 200.
What you be saying about that $4 It's clear, right?
No.
What?
He paid 200, so he was good. He paid a fraction of the ticket anyway. That's why they called you. Oh yeah, they call him one that paid the 2, so that way we can let them know.
No, I had to go up there because on the paper it says come up there. So once you did everything, further. Man, drove all the way over there just for them to tell me, oh yeah, you could have called us.
That's wild.
Oh wow,
bro, that shit made me so. It says on the paper, please come up here, and that's why I was like, bro, you could have.
That was a good drive for you, though.
No, it wasn't.
You got to open up
because I had to take that same exit, and I remembered.
Sure.
Yeah, he was more careful this time. I bet he drove the speed limit.
I was.
I tried to catch you. You good?
I was.
Right,
I was driving.
The last time how he was gonna do on the way there, so he got pulled over.
I feel you on the ticket. I remember the one ticket that I did get. Mm-hmm. The same thing, similar situation. I was trying to veer over to get on the freeway, and he really pulled me over because I was in a rental vehicle because our car had just gotten a wreck. Mm-hmm. So he was in a rental car and it had a Florida license plate. Something about the Florida license plates, they see you, they know what's up. They think you're either up to something, doing something you ain't got no business, when they need to be pulling over these paper tags. But hey, that's
not every paper tag is all the same.
You're right.
Don't do that.
You had a paper tag. Nobody said that about you.
Yeah, but my car wasn't dented up and beaten.
Hey, sometimes you end up
not all like that.
Sometimes you end up getting a situation. You got to get a car. Got to get a car. You know what I'm saying?
I see.
Nah, don't do that, bro.
Beat down Charger.
Don't do that.
Saturn. I ain't even gonna bust open y'all spot.
There's some people.
You just lucky I'm not a cop, because those are the first cars. I be showing Nisha something on the road that just be looking like, oh, Nisha look.
He got that. So
and then
bad.
The paper tag don't even be clean. It be all dirty and falling off the bone.
No, for me,
I'd be like, bro, you could at least
expired paper tags, like
all of them. All of y'all together.
That's messed up, bro.
Looks like I feel something is going on.
So did you feel like that when you got your paper tags?
No.
Oh.
Because I know it's me. I know.
So it's you.
Yeah.
Or was it because you were in a newer car?
If I kept it for too long, I'm on the chopping block as well.
No. What? How would you be on the chopping block? I had my paper tags for a long time on the red one.
Yeah, we know.
It wasn't by my. They were taking too long with the plates.
You lucky a cop wouldn't ride around. You're like, hey, officer, you might want to check this one.
I got it renewed. You just go to the dealership and get another one.
You know what I'm talking about, though.
I know what you're talking about, but we not about to.
Okay, so wait. Speaking of beating up, let's talk about the.
I see what you did.
That's messed up.
That is kind of wild.
That's actually a wild.
It's a wild way to.
The situation where
it's a wild way to transition into that.
The track runners, I want to say they were high schoolers.
She's a runner. She's a boxer.
Right, guys, high schoolers.
I'm not sure. I sent you.
Me, you don't want to.
I think it was.
I sent you the clip. Were they?
I think they were.
Yeah, they were in high school.
Okay.
Yeah, so I got my back.
You sent it on Instagram?
Anyway, there's our two high school young ladies.
You sent it on Instagram?
No, I sent
Ross
it
sent it to you
in the text message.
Anyway, so two high school ladies were running on a relay team. And it was the second leg of the relays. And one of the girls took a metal baton and hit the other young lady in the head with it. And she suffered from a concussion.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah.
So,
a high school senior speaking out after a viral video showed her seemingly striking an opponent in the head with a baton during a track meet. Miss Everett, a student athlete at IC Norcom High School in Virginia, claims the situation was misunderstood. It's like they were going off one angle. You
said what?
She said it's like they was going off one angle. That's really the only angle I need to see, but I mean, I'm gonna let her cook.
Yeah.
She said on Wavy TV, Everett and Kaylin, a junior at Brooksville High, were competing in a 4x2 relay when they nearly collided while rounding a curve on the track. She explained that the incident was accidental, saying my baton was stuck behind her back and rolled up her back. I lost my balance when I pumped my arms again. Let's go ahead and hear her
explanation.
Yeah.
Both of them. She don't really have an explanation.
Nobody's gonna believe me.
Yeah, she was crying.
First of all, you can't get on here and not change the battery in the fire detector.
I didn't even realize it.
That's the first thing I heard. It was. I heard beep. You gonna listen? And it's just like
I didn't even realize it. I didn't even hear that.
That's similar to paper tags. Like
you
just
gotta stop that, bro.
You're right. But I'm just saying.
You gotta stop that.
You're right. But it's listen for it.
I'm just a person by myself. Nobody's gonna believe me because I can admit from the video it does look purposeful, but I know my intentions and I would never hit somebody on purpose. I'm just a person by myself. Nobody's gonna believe me.
It don't look like
on the back curve. I had kind of got cut off
when
I tried to pass it the first time, so I let her go ahead. So I knew like when I got fully on the curve that I was just gonna have to push through and pass her.
Then out of turn 4,
she's fine.
A strike with the metal baton to Tucker's head sends her reeling. Officials immediately disqualified the team from IC Norcom, but the damage was done.
I still can't believe it. I'm still in shock. Like, everyone's texting me, checking up on me, and I appreciate that. But, like, I'm still trying to take it all in. I can't believe it happened.
Tucker's now dealing with the effects of a concussion and a possible skull fracture.
Damn.
Now, all the Tuckers want is an apology and an explanation.
Why did you do it, and why haven't you apologized yet?
Yeah,
on the back curve.
Yeah, that's the real thing. Is like if you know it wasn't on purpose, then you would just apologize.
I mean, and that's the point too. Like the crying, I understand she may feel hurt about maybe her team getting disqualified. Yeah. But I mean, my thing is, even if you accidentally did it, like you said, if you were trying to get your baton out, whatever, it still resulted in you hitting her in the head. So
from my view,
either way it go, it's still, what's wrong with just saying, hey, I didn't mean to do it, but I apologize. Would you not apologizing? This angle,
it looked like she hit her.
It does not look good for you, period.
Yeah, it's just, hey, man, my bad. Look, I deeply apologize. I would never want any harm to come upon you from a track meet. It may have looked horrible, but that's not what it was. I'm truly sorry about the situation and try to make sure, or you probably shouldn't be on the relay team because you got to know that's dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody got to know how to run, properly in order to not, sustain injuries not only to yourself but the people that's running next to you.
Yeah,
like you gotta know how to run, not just for you because that could be dangerous to other people.
But that's what the point I was trying to make. Like, I used to run track when I was in school, and I was on multiple relays, and it's like I just feel like. Even with the angle that was given, even with her saying she didn't mean to,
she bopped her.
All of the results of what she was saying didn't make sense, and I ran before. If the girl was bumping you or whatever the situation may have been, because I know someone also did a review stating that this clearly was the accident. You can clearly see the girl nudging her from her arm. Okay, whatever the situation was, she could have went around her. It was, they were already second leg, so it was ways to go about doing it, and I just feel like there was no excuse.
It looked like she bopped
it does.
It looked like she just kind of went.
Because it looked like she came down twice, not even once. So it's, I don't know.
It didn't look good.
It didn't, and that's all I need is one angle. I know she's saying that you just judging that one angle. Sometimes only one angle is all you need.
It's all you need.
And again, regardless of what it is, because we're just talking about this because who cares? But at the end of the day, if you didn't do it for real, because I know how the internet is. Like, what if you truly, all jokes aside, truly did do it on accident? hey, my bad.
Of course.
I apologize about it. It looked bad on camera, but it was truly an accident. I want to extend my apologies to, so and so, and see if we can move forward with this. That you get ahead of it. You know what I'm saying? Get ahead of it. And it's when you kind of linger it on and try to get, do the victim thing on your own, like crying and all that. You kind of got to make it. Because the girl who actually caused the incident on the other girl is crying in her video, and the victim is not crying with a
she just said all I want is apology.
A small concussion,
that's
and she not crying. And she like, I'm just trying to figure out why I ain't got an apology. It just makes the crocodile tears kind of just be like,
exactly.
It's just what it feels like, and come on, mom, dad, whoever. I mean, like if that's my, and then I'm a parent.
Yeah.
And I have a daughter who runs track.
Exactly.
So for anybody that says, oh, my daughter is an All-American.
Exactly.
So I think I'm qualified as a parent
to
talk on and speak on what I would tell my daughter to do. Hey, come on, Mariah, come on. I seen the girl clip you earlier. Did you try to, if you did, all right. But you got to now apologize about this. Like, I'm going to tell her the right thing to do.
Yeah.
But if she really, really, truly, and I know my daughter, if she really, truly, innocently didn't mean to do something, I'm still going to tell her, hey, sweetheart, you may not have done it on purpose, but this girl sustained some, injuries because you run with a metal pole stick.
Yeah.
If you're running with that enough speed and you're exerting your body and you swing, your legs and your arms are moving when your legs is moving. So if you swinging with energy and hit somebody in the back of the head good enough, that can cause damage to that person. Yeah. So whether you did it on accident or not, they need an apology. Just offer it. That's a human thing to do.
Facts.
I agree.
That's where the parents should probably step in and just kind of not get on TV and Mariah, go ahead, cry and say, and sorry, sweetheart, I got to use you for an example, but for real, like I ain't just want to let you go on TV and rock out.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that.
Nah, facts, man. So hopefully, wishing her a speedy recovery. That's very unfortunate. I don't think I've ever seen anyone get binked up.
Yeah, I've never seen that either.
On the track.
Yeah, it would turn from a track meet to a boxing match real quick.
Yeah, I didn't see little girls fall and trip, and we seen that, but not nobody physically just taking a baton and just boom.
Yeah, bro, that's kind of wild, bro.
It's kind of rough.
It was a good angle too. She got
the cameraman was working.
Yeah, them boys don't even really be.
And they don't waste no time. Yeah, they don't.
They don't, bro.
Like, how y'all get to these people's house already to do an interview with them already?
Is something going viral?
Oh, it's going viral.
Find that girl. Yeah, I know that high school.
Right?
Yeah, they're gonna find you.
We can interview them.
Something viral going on.
Makes for a story.
Yeah. Yes. Your local news station will be at your door.
The most views.
Yeah.
Be 15 minutes later. How did you even know? I didn't even post it. Well, actually. We found it from this club and this club, so
we have our people and have our ways. But now, again, man, this is track season, so this is good promo for the track season coming up.
It is.
I would hope, just without the violence.
Yeah, without the violence.
Track is getting real again, bro. If anything, track is getting live. Shout out to all the people that's been doing their thing in track, period. And then those people that's been representing our country, Noah Lyles, the Sha'Carri Richardsons, the Gabby Thomases, and so forth and so forth, Keon Coles and everybody just been rocking out.
The new season of Sprinter. We ain't been watching.
It's about to get into it.
Yeah.
Goodbye Saturdays and welcome Tan.
Yeah. He said goodbye Saturdays.
It's track season. It's going to be the long Saturdays for us from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. in the heat.
You know how it was last year, bro.
Yeah, you got a little darker.
I got tanned out here.
Hey, man. Well, hey, that's what happens when you got some All-Americans. You feel me? You know, you got some All-Americans, and hopefully she can go ahead and win that gold, man.
Just watch your head, man. Run and duck, baby. You got to. You feel that wind?
Not the run and
duck. You got
to
teach your kids the duck.
Keep them arms up. Keep that head low.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
You got to bob and weave.
That is crazy.
And
see
keep
somebody
them knees.
next to it. Just make sure you keep the head moving.
Bob and weave and keep up them knees.
That's the episode name. That's the episode name. Bob and weave.
Come to track
and keep up them knees.
Keep up them knees. Yep. They gonna be like, what are they talking about? Well, you gotta watch the episode to find out.
Boy's getting weird over there, dog.
Bob and weave.
Well, what else been happening, bro? I know there's been a lot of stuff going on in news in the Twitter world.
That was something else I was thinking
about. Y'all had all the topics together. What y'all doing? It's just been a lot of craziness, bro. Like, people still waiting on what's gonna happen with WrestleMania.
Oh yeah.
I'm still excited about that. We are recording the day of us checking out
Monday
Raw
Raw
tonight, so we not.
Yeah, we're gonna be streaming that
This
tonight,
is pre knowing whatever shenanigans happen between Seth and CM Punk.
That's gonna definitely be pretty fun. Looking forward to that. I mean, they cooking up.
So John's losing in your mind. Or is that what the board is writing?
I don't know what the fuck the board's writing. Okay. I don't have no script, and you gotta stop that.
You ain't gotta get violent. I'm just saying.
I ain't got no baton, bro. I'm good. You good?
Not the baton.
Yeah.
But
not the blicky, it's the baton.
No, I don't think he's losing. It doesn't make sense. I mean,
I meant to say Cody. My bad.
Oh yeah,
so
yeah,
Cody's losing. That's what I meant to say.
Oh, okay, I could possibly buy into that. I mean, he already finished the story, and right now they're doing something with having John Cena turn heel, and everyone's still going to be talking about that for many years to come. So I just don't see him turning heel and aligning with The Rock only to lose. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would be kind of crazy unless you're trying to paint Cody as this unstoppable baby face that, has overcome The Rock not once but twice in a row.
Yeah, I don't see that happening.
I don't see it happening. I think him being champion, you can create some pretty great stories. The only downside is you're not going to see him as much. Yeah, that's the only problem. So
I think they put out a schedule.
Yeah,
of the
they
dates.
did of all the dates that he's gonna be out there.
But yeah, it's
that's the only thing you're not gonna see him as every week.
Things. But that's why I feel like I don't think he's good. They're gonna let him take it at WrestleMania just because you're not gonna see him as much. He might be like The Rock here and there coming on and doing different fights here and there. But I don't believe they're gonna make him the face. Just because of that. Unless they sign a different contract with him and make it to where he's on there permanently, then that could be different.
The thing about it is, the only thing about that is last year when Cody won, he was still a workhorse with the belt.
Oh, okay.
So it would kind of, it's like we're almost due for
a new person.
Roman-esque era with the belt where you part-timing again. Like we're gonna accumulate the story because the rest of the story got to cook for the rest of the year. You got to think about it. Like we still gotta figure out how we gonna finish this story, not only with the bloodline and so and everything else is going on, but how we gonna end it with John. Like the story still is rolling.
I mean,
on.
I ain't gonna lie. I think it would be live if they ended it with John Cena, just because you would not see that coming because people still got Cody on the wing. People still got Roman Reigns coming back.
I just don't know though. That's the thing. Cause I see what you're saying, but it's like I just don't know. Like because it can go either way.
Yeah, it can.
You can let Cody win again and kind of defy the odds, and then something crazy. I don't know.
It's unpredictable.
I want to see somebody.
That's what I like.
Though.
It's unpredictable.
I want to see somebody different. Like if John Cena was able to take it, I think that would be pretty. It'd be different as heck. It'd be dope. It'd be different. The new eyes, new face.
I just don't know. I think the more I watch, the more I see what starts to happen with Cody mentally. Then I'll get into that bag. Like, all right, like this is what it maybe look like it's gonna come down to. Like if his back is gonna be against the wall enough to be like, all right, y'all starting to make me turn. There's nothing I can do. Everybody's turned against me. The final boss is got all these crazy behind the scenes, hierarchy where I can't get past that, and he can set up to do whatever he wants. The rest listening to him. People want my.
But that'd be dope if he can overtake all that and still win the belt.
It would.
That'd be dope as well. So they got two different ways to go with it.
If you need, I always say, just throwing this out there. WWE, if you ever need some more story writers and just creative minds, just give us a call, man. We're always open to communicate.
They clearly watching y'all. They got y'all in the documentary, so they clearly take from some things y'all doing.
Yeah, I feel like it's time to start, and then that's what we're trying to do for real, like all jokes aside. Now with the channel and just like the brand itself, we just really to kind of get more into, ourselves out there. We've organically been able to kind of get our followers and subscribers to where they are now. So it feels good knowing that, hey, we've been able to, kind of fight tooth and nails to grow the fan base to where it is and support a group. We didn't really have to go some of the,
routes other people went.
Which is nothing wrong with, but we just chose to do it how we did it. And
I mean, it was generic. It was y'all own way. It was y'all authentic. It was y'all. So, I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with that. I think that they're going to see that. And that's the reason why y'all are going to be able to be the face of a lot of things.
Yeah,
for sure.
Even if being in the ring. Eventually, right?
Yeah. We do it one time, bro. And then
he agreed to do it one time.
One time.
At first, he said he wasn't doing it.
One more time.
We just do one time. That's it.
If the check is right.
Yeah, bro. Because you said the check is right. They ain't about to pay us to get in there.
Then the sponsors. The endorsements, you know what I'm saying?
Y'all might be able to get a whole
being indie guys.
I'm talking about y'all got a whole setup. People sponsoring y'all to fight. It's gonna be a sight to see. People paying to see it.
Premium bread though, right?
Nah, bro. Nah, that's some real pain.
Man, maybe you can tag team with Zilla one day, man. Maybe you can.
That'd be cool. I'm just be sitting on the ropes. Hey, bro, you got it.
Nah, come on, Oos, you got to get in there.
Yeah, shout out to Zilla, bro.
Shout out to Zilla.
But I sent you something. I don't know if you've seen this. I don't know if y'all seen this. The artist Doechii, I think that's her.
Oh yeah.
She was on what's that show? I think the Hot Ones, where they
ask questions.
They ask questions while they're trying hot food. And one of the questions they were asked was, can you guess one of my red flags? I think one of her friends. And I think the clip should be in there in the link I sent you.
It was like,
I think it's on Twitter though.
Grayed out. Let me see.
Yeah, it should have showed you like the link straight to Twitter. But basically, she basically said that a red flag for her is a straight man.
Yep, definitely. Definitely said that.
Yeah.
You didn't see that?
No.
Yeah, they had a whole thing.
Mm-hmm. So what
it was a lot of people talking about, oh, you lost me here.
I don't know if she's bisexual. I'm not sure. I don't know her sexual orientation. I didn't look into it, but yeah, it should be. The clip should be on there on the page. But yeah, that's basically what she said. She said a red flag for me is a straight man.
Yep, that's exactly what she said.
And her friend, I guess, agreed or whatever.
Yeah, you trust me? I fucking trust you.
I don't think that's it. No.
Here it is.
Yeah, that's the one.
That one was a dude holding a gun to her head.
Hey, yo.
What that was?
Okay. What's my biggest dating red flag?
Is it being on the DL?
You're on the right track.
Copyright.
My answer.
Is it close enough?
You want to guess one more time? What would be a red flag for me?
Bad music taste?
Oh, that is a good one.
Because that's one for me.
That is a good one.
Like,
that's
what
not
do you
what
mean
I
you don't listen to Michael Jackson? But okay.
Okay.
That is kind of wild.
This is a huge red flag for me.
All right. You know what's so crazy? I was going to say men.
I mean, straight one. You're
a straight man.
Yeah. And you're heterosexual.
Yeah. I was going to say, so technically, because my mind was already there,
well, that's her red flag.
I deserve to eat a wing.
I think you do, friend.
Wait, so she's heterosexual. So
Were they joking though? Or?
It sounds like that's her friend, so she may know, because that's what you heard what her friend said. Her friend was like, I thought you were going to say men. Because so maybe she's heterosexual. That's what she said. So that means she doesn't really like care about like basically she's open to somebody being open to dating whatever sex they want to be.
I mean, heterosexual mean you straight. So
I don't know. I'm kind of confused at that as well.
I mean, I don't know.
Maybe she said she was heterosexual, but she meant to say something else.
I don't know. All I know is it had a plethora of people in a frenzy.
Because Nisha over there trying to explain it like
I tried to help her, but it just doesn't.
I mean, that's her red flag, but it's just that's kind of it's just the way and her friend doubling back on her.
Her friend didn't make it any better because with her saying she's heterosexual.
I knew you. I was thinking men.
Men, I'm like, damn.
Yeah, because then she backdoored and said you're heterosexual. So I'm like, you said that you were thinking men about that being her red flag.
Maybe she likes, bisexual men.
But that's what I was going to say. Maybe she's a woman that doesn't really have a title on it. Like, the sex doesn't matter kind of thing. I don't know.
Guess what I do with that information? Just keep scrolling.
Yeah, that's exactly what that, because I still can't figure that out either. Like, that doesn't really.
Like, it's just, I don't know, bro. I think people get outraged too much by other people's opinions.
Yeah.
And I wish we can just kind of stop caring so much about what other people feel and what other people think, and just kind of start taking it for what it is and just moving on. If what comes out your mouth does not affect my livelihood and just personal things that I have going on, I'm just gonna scroll right on.
But I think people were having a conversation because it's like the whole men just being existing is a red flag.
Yeah, that's
I think that's
but that's online.
That's the conversation, and even people were just like, "Yeah, we gotta stop with this just random man hating, just for men existing."
It's a trend, bro.
Like, it's a weird trend, but it's gotten to the
why did
point.
I sound far out?
Yeah, no, it's just one of those things where it's like, I don't get the purpose of doing that, because it doesn't make anything better other than, men are just completely the problem and men are completely the issue, and you existing as a man means you are a red flag and you're a problem.
Well, I mean, it took a man to bring you into the world, so it's like, how is that a red flag when you men had you first before your mama conceived you? So I mean,
she finally gets it.
It's you gotta think about that when you say those things.
She used to always go back and forth on that. Nah, but the woman, but hey.
I did my research.
I did my research. What?
They roll with us first. But I mean, it's just like, fam, okay. It's just trendy right now to get on everything. Trendy. Like, a man can't eat soup. You can't slurp out of a spoon, dude. What are you talking about? It's always something that they add to the list that a man can't do. Yeah. So it's like, bro, as men, you just gotta for one. Oh, you can do that, bro.
You can pay for your trips.
Log out. Just log out.
You can pay your bills
and go out into the real world. You're gonna see real women don't care about that.
No, they do not.
I think what's happening is, you know how like fear mongering is a tactic that make you, you always see danger in the streets every day. They promote that all day. So you go get, a weapon. You always up and armed and just kind of ready in case anybody do anything. When the average person just trying to go get some gas, just like you. That's the same thing I think is happening with the whole man thing on social media. They keep trying to start these conversations so people can keep being awkwardly, socially awkward towards one another when they meet. And that's making more men apprehensive to just go up and talk to somebody because they feel like this stigma, like, nah, she probably like every other chick on social media. When I don't even really think that's true. Because a lot of times when you meet a lot of women and talk to them in person, like we've had, bro, they be looking for men just like the men be looking for women. Yep. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I think social media is just causing this invisible divide that just don't exist.
Yep. I agree.
But we feed into it every day. We argue.
That's 100% true. And that's the thing. So it's funny you brought up men, because I was thinking about the subject at hand with the situation with the rapper DDG.
Yeah.
And him being a man that pretty much just wants to have more time with his child. And
that's another clip I got to play. Because
it's a clip that we sent over to Doug, and I'm going to let him play out for you guys. Basically, he's explaining his little current situation.
When you call me that, but it's all right. So
I'm on your platform. I gotta call you what they call you.
Call me what you always call me. I'm good.
Okay, honey, dropple dumps.
All right, what? All right. Now you gotta relax. Never heard that ever.
No, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Guys. Never heard it, guys.
I did see that clip, and it's been circulating. And
wow, Moneybag, just one of the dudes I follow on Instagram, just posted. The Dolce reveals being a straight man is the biggest red flag when dating. He said, I called this ish out back in 2018. In a minute, it's gonna be a such thing as too straight. You finna go get your some what?
Yeah.
Get you some what? Yeah, nah.
Yeah, nah.
I literally just opened my phone.
Yeah, nah.
That's a bit much.
Yeah, that's where it's heading. We can't, as men, we just can't do things without it being sus or being a problem.
What did you send it to me on?
So
I don't understand why it's so much of a man hate though. Like that's so.
Like I said, bro, it's not real. It's just.
I don't know, bro. I'm thinking there may be some point to it, but it's becoming real because that's all people see. That's all people believe.
Start walking.
Okay, that's the DDG clip.
See, I don't even want to say all of that. See, but I ain't know he start walking.
Wow.
Until what?
That ain't the full clip. And then they put music in the back. So,
to sell the severity of the situation.
Like, we already dealing with enough.
I think what...
Everybody reacted to it.
Yeah, I think what makes it...
Or every other day, I'm trying to see him. I'm trying to get him to come over. or whatever, I never get them dropped off. I always go pick them up. I live far as shit. So I'm driving hours to go get them, and then I get there and I can't get them. Or I can't see him. My son is sick right now. I want to see my son. I want to hold my son. I want to, you know what I'm saying? I just want to comfort him. I want to put him in the shower, get some steam in his nose so he can feel better. I don't get the chance to do that. I get pinned against the wall, and then everything else is variables on why I can't see my son. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like it don't have nothing to do with me working, by the way. I'm not going to air out her business, but me and her has not been together for a long time. Like,
that's crazy.
I don't know what it is, but it's been going on for a minute where I just never got on the internet and said nothing. I mean, I might like throw like little subliminals or some shit like that, but it's like, bro, like, I don't want to get on the internet, because at the end of the day, you know, this is something that can really like fuck with him. But I'm really just coming on this motherfucker as just a dad that really don't know what to do at this point.
That's transparent.
I've been dealing with this shit since he was born, damn near. It's like I really feel like I'm a fucking nanny at this point. The nanny has been able to have my son more than me. Who her nigga is, who she fucking filming movies with, I don't give a fuck. I care about my son. That's all I care about. Literally, that's all I care about. And when that's taken from me, she know that's the only way I get frustrated. That's the only way she can get under my skin, because I don't care what she does. We haven't been together. This might be a curveball to a lot of people, but me and her has not been together for a long time. A long time. Before that post.
Damn.
We've been not really together. We probably was on and off for a little bit. That's it. But further than that, we has not been together. This is the only thing that can bother me is with my son. Yeah, now I don't even bring her name up when I get on live. I get on live, I call her the mother of my child. I call her this and that, nothing but be respectful. I'm not doing that no more. I'm not finna sit here and get bullied behind closed doors over my son, and I can't see him.
And that's why he
went
public with it.
I always said little shit on the internet like, I don't see how dads can't be in they son life and this and that. It be the mom, bro. It don't even be the dads for real. Like, the dads want to be there, but if the mom don't want you to be there, you can't be there.
And I think he had that same situation where his dad wasn't necessarily present. And, you know, quote me if I'm wrong, but I used to watch like his vlogs.
Yeah, that's what it was. His dad was and
he didn't
mom
have
worked
the best
together,
relationship.
and they didn't have the best relationship when he was younger. But now that he's older, they have a better relationship. But that was something that he fought with, because you know, he used to watch his videos. So it's like now that he's you know, he didn't want that for his child, so he always said that he wanted to be there for his child, or he just wanted kids, period. Like, he's been wanting a child for a while now. So
I mean, he seemed like a genuinely good person, like, just, you know, outside of
he's all about his family. Like, he put all his family on. He's a family oriented guy. So I wouldn't see that him having his own child, he would just turn into not being that. And
that to me was like a full transparent. You know, like, you on stream, and then the thing is, when you on stream, people always it's gonna catch a side of you. Whether you don't feel like it, whether you're not feeling well, or whether it's just not your day to stream, like, you know, you still gotta work. So I know this was probably something that had went on. You know, it's fresh. I probably just got back from driving.
Well, that's what he said. He said that the day before, he told the stream that he wasn't gonna stream today because he said he was gonna be with his son. So he said that he said, now y'all see me on the stream today, y'all must know that I didn't see my son. He said, I actually went over there. He said, she does live quite a little distance from me. He said, I went over there to go see him. He said he was sick. I was trying to go downstairs with him, not even take him out the house. He said, I was just trying to go downstairs to hang out with him for a few hours, you know, while he wasn't feeling well, just to get my time. And he said, in the midst of him doing that, she told him, nope. And then she kicked him out the house.
Damn.
So, you know, he was like, that to him was his last straw. Because he said that at this point, it's like, he's sick. I want to be there. He said, I just want to put him in the shower. You know how you do with the steam when I know. We know all about that. So it's like, you know.
That I really feel for him, fam, like from father to father, because I couldn't imagine not just being able to just see and interact with my child when I want to.
Yeah.
And I think that it's wild that people are even criticizing that, because when the man isn't present, we got something to say.
Yep.
When the man is yearning to be present, we got something to say. And I don't know the details about what they got going on, because she may have her side too. So I don't want to just be too forward, but I just see a genuine dad that just want to spend time with his seed. And I couldn't imagine or fathom, you know, kind of like how you were saying, like not just being able to just interact. You know, it's like being married for so long and having lived with my kids ever since they were born. I'm not going to be able to relate, because whenever my kid is doing anything, I could just go and invade their privacy and just, hey, what you doing here? You know, like, or you
Dad,
or you're not feeling well, and I could just be quick to, you know, get off work and just, it just feel weird knowing that.
Yeah, it feels weird coming from being around your child all the time and being there when they need you, and then it's like you find out over the phone that your child is sick, and you can't even go to comfort your child from being sick. I think that's
a lot to mentally.
Yeah, that's the only part that really focused on. We don't know what's going on behind closed doors. We don't know what her situation is or what he may have done to her. We don't know that. So we're not speaking on their relationship. We're speaking on a father speaking out about not being around his child, and it does look like it's a genuine conversation, and it's something that he really, really feels at heart, regardless of what they may have been going through. And I feel like it's something that, you know, they hopefully they can get together.
Yeah, that's all. I'm hoping that they can find some type of common ground, you know, because that's a tough situation, and he feels like this is the only way something is gonna get done. I have to voice it on my platform, because clearly I'm guessing, you know, voicing it to you ain't nothing gonna change, and now I gotta voice it to, you know, millions of others just to let people know, like, hey, this is what I'm going through. That's where I've seen some of the criticism, like, man, you should have probably kept this one behind closed doors, you know. And, you know, to an extent I can understand that, because obviously this opens up a can of worms. Because
he said it's been happening since he was born. So I can see how
it eventually get frustrating, and you just like, you know what, whatever, bro.
Like, I'm on here, I wasn't even supposed to be on here. I don't want to be on here. I'm thinking about my son who not feeling well,
and this is what, you know, driving a few hours to try to be there for your child, only to get kicked out, and you know, ain't much he can do. It's not his place. She wants him out. He gotta leave. You feel me? So it's just like, damn, bro. Like, there are some good dads out there that just are in unfortunate situation with women, and you know, they gotta jump through a million hoops just to be there when they're. And there are also dads out there that aren't dads. They're not trying to be there. They're not trying to jump through a million hoops or anything. They don't even want to be involved. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like with the ant situation.
With Aisha is her name?
I'm not even sure.
We had talked about it on me and Nisha channel. I mean, that situation, because I haven't.
Oh yeah, they put a post out I seen earlier where they compared DDG to him, and they were like talking about how
people were talking about that's the complete opposite.
But they still have the same conversation, talking negatively about two black men, when you got a man that does not want to be around his kids at all. Our kid at all, because I don't know how he is about the others, but that kid at all, and then you have a man that wants to be around the kid, and you get the same criticism. Like, that's so crazy how you get the same comments.
People, especially black people, we hold ourselves accountable. We should also be in each other's corner.
Exactly.
More, because society already is ready to rule us all.
But that's the point. We're the top race that we're in competition with everybody so much that, like, it's a post I seen about when Kevin Hart spoke on it on the Breakfast Club, and he was talking about how if we can only be together, it's so much out there that people could do. He was talking about how instead of us giving people the gems and helping them out, he said we in competition with them. We want more than them, and then we both don't succeed because we don't stick together. He was like, if we only stuck together and gave each other more togetherness and coming together as a team to build more.
How powerful we
can have we can take over NBA, NFL. We can have our own leagues and stuff. People don't understand. Like, it's so many African American people that are financially stable that if we all came together, we got billionaires, like if we all came together, we can have so much. But we choose to be divided.
it's really one of those I'm tired of talking about type things.
Yeah.
Not me personally, but I'm just saying like it's the talk part. It's like time for the action part. You know, it's just like what happens when they keep gunning us down.
Yep.
You know, it's like it's something that's we know now. It's like we don't got to keep talking about it.
But do they know?
Marching about it. No, we know. It's just we don't care. We care for a minute, a moment.
Yeah.
But then after that, we go back to like if we would have kept up what we were doing for after the George Floyd situation. Like if everybody can just constantly be reminded of that, just to not to be negative, but just to show you, hey, this is what you're dealing with every day. This was some people that look just like you have to deal with on a day-to-day basis.
But people were upset about the whole blackout thing. I mean, you did on our channel, we were talking about how it's really like not as big as what people portray it to be. It's cool.
The blackout?
The blackout, the day that they did the February 28th thing. Like, it was so, like, people were really offended at the fact that I was talking about, I mean, it's cool, but it's not, it's one day. Like, you got these big companies that are billion dollar companies that aren't really affected for one day. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. And if you continue to do those things and you stick together, like we mentioned, and continuously do it, it's going to be an affection. But if you don't do that, it's going to continue to be, they doing this one day.
Yeah, no, it makes them...
Let them get their one day.
It makes them have to do something because now you're hitting them where it hurt.
Yeah.
And then you want to get somebody to listen, affect their pocket. Yeah. And then they're like, okay, what you say now? Nah, I see I'm starting to bleed now. Like at first it was a little cut.
Yeah.
But now it ain't stopped. It's been a couple of days now, and I see this trending downwards.
Exactly.
If y'all keep this up, so okay, I'm willing to listen. What do we need to talk about? And if we just played our powerful hand that we have, but it's just one of those never-ending subjects. People, you get big in something, you're gonna have a hater. I mean, you're gonna always have haters. So that don't get it twisted.
Yeah, for sure.
Just because you're a certain race, there's people who are in the white community and the Asian. There's gonna be a hater regardless. Somewhere. Yeah, but I'm just saying we're not even in the race
of the togetherness.
Yeah, but we're not even in the race that they're in. So we have to do a little bit more groundwork in staying together than them because we're already starting off behind. So we have to learn how to understand how powerful we are united. That's why keeping people separated, keeping people segregated, and just joking on each other. That's why I think a little bit of comedy starts to be a little bit of downfall too, because we start to joke a little too much. It's a little hate in the comedians. I ain't gonna say hate in the comedians. It can be hate in what you laugh at.
Yes.
Or what you make funny. When they was talking about Kevin Hart being on the NBA thing. Yeah. I'm tired of seeing Kevin Hart over here. Like, I don't want to see that much Kevin Hart. Whether I can agree or disagree with you, I'm still going to keep that G. I'm not going to say that on camera.
Exactly.
I'm not going to, because now that's going to make NBA feel like, Kevin A is getting a little redundant. The people are saying, and I'm not saying that they can't switch things up to give somebody else that opportunity. But hey, man, let me get so and so on the phone.
That's
and
like
see
Mahomes.
If I can let them know.
They're tired of him winning. Like, he's a half black dude as well. That people are, it's always a hate.
That winner's remorse type.
Yeah, it's like it's always a hate. I don't understand that.
But it's just I just want us as a community to know we're very powerful.
Yeah,
we know that. And let's start doing something more than just, hey, it's February 28th. Just don't buy nothing at Walmart and Target. And no, fam. Like, let's actually, instead of doing that, let's kind of go to the table and start learning. Okay, what are our opposition doing? Like, what are they doing to keep us under? Okay, we're buying here. Okay, we're buying there. Okay, who knows how to do this?
Exactly.
Who good with hair? Who good with distributing? Who got resources and people? All right, food. Okay, we need to eat healthier. We know everything is causing cancer now.
Yeah.
Right? It just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't be the only one seeing every time I look on my phone or something is, hey, be careful when you don't leave water in a bottle 2 days, or
don't leave water in the bottle 2 days.
Don't microwave too high, or it's literally everything.
Don't eat these. Don't eat these cereal. They got red dye in it.
Yeah, which they do.
My kids are like, oh no, I can't eat this, Mom. I'm like, no, you can't.
And I mean, we but it's just in it. All right, so you grow your own. All right, bet. How do I learn? Let me go ahead and research and let me try to bring something together.
I got this factory. I can come in with you and we can put it together and cut up this.
Or there's actual block farmers we can buy from that's going to make sure that we, what vitamins, so that way I don't have to just take medicine or what, like we just got to learn how to come together. And it's not, I don't want it to make it about just black people because we need to do that as a human race because God really just see all of us as one.
Yeah.
The reason why I talk about the black community is because we know we're the most, what's the word?
Most hated.
Most hated. Most
talked about, most looked upon, is looked down upon.
For lack of better terms, like we're just the one that deals with the most issues, and we don't have it the same as everybody else. So once you know that, it's like, all right, fam, I gotta start this race different because you get to start at the line, but I got to start with all these obstacles miles behind.
Yeah, they talked about black men itself having to, when they're born into the world, they're born with a knife in their back. Like they already, it's the stigmatism. Like it's sad when you can say that I came into the world already
as a target.
Mm-hmm. It's like, that's not fair.
And you can't shop there? God.
Yep.
Dang. Target is my spot. So I'm down with y'all. You feel me? Not to turn a serious situation to a, but Target, if you know me, Target, I'm a Target shopper.
You love Target.
Because I can't stand Walmart.
Yeah, I can't either. But every time we step foot in Walmart, we both just walk out. Like, they got 4 registers open. And it's 30 people
and Target's starting to do
lines.
The same thing too, but it just feels better.
Nah, it's a little better.
It's cleaner to me. It's just, I don't know.
It smells better.
We got them, guys.
Yeah, they got me. No, it's not. They got me now. They had me. Yeah. But now I get it. If what they're saying is what it is, okay. I haven't been in Target since the whole little situation, and I'm really trying to ride for what our people was trying to do.
Want to go to Target?
Yeah, I'm human. You damn right. I want to go to Target.
He itching. He fiending.
We was just talking about getting the kids some pajamas, and he was like, "Babe, we got to go to Target." How we can't go to Target?
Because Target be having them. I'm like, damn. Well, what black on pajama place do? I got a little mad. I shouldn't have been ignorant.
We got them.
I said, well, damn. Well, what black
we'll send them a coupon in an email. Watch. We'll send them something through his phone.
I'm holding it down, bro. Because I don't know if everybody else holding it down, but I'm just trying to, make sure that we be in the part. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind doing it. I don't mind because hell, you have to sacrifice in order to see change. Mm-hmm. And if you're going to, obtain anything that's worth having, you're going to have to go through a struggle. Yeah, it's going to have to be a lot of no's and a lot of things that you do want. Mm-hmm. A lot of no's, them yeses going to have to be no's. Mm-hmm. And that meal going to have to be just eat in, or we just have to all have, be ready to come and make the same sacrifice together. Because if we doing it, but 1,000 other people still, F all that DEI, I can't even spell DEI, even though I'm saying the letters. Mm-hmm. Like it just don't matter. Like at the end of the day, they'll just push you to the side. Okay, you ain't gotta buy here. What's that whole situation that happened with what was that, Gucci or one of them? Remember that year where they had like the I don't know if it was blackface or like a monkey something. It was some years ago. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And they just came out and apologized. Guess what? Guess who back wearing Gucci? Mm-hmm. Remember we was like, hey, don't shop at don't shop at Chanel and Gucci no more.
Tommy Hilfiger was another one too.
Yeah, we was good on him for a long. I didn't even know why we stopped wearing Tommy. I was a kid when the whole Tommy Hilfiger situation happened. I was a kid. Like I remember the socks. Remember you can get the Tommy socks and underwear. Tommy was your undergarment go-to.
I think all of us got an outfit as a kid with a Tommy Hilfiger outfit.
Yeah, like it was just especially just a basic simple lettering on the sweatshirt. Something happened with Tommy. Tommy wasn't messing with black folks, and that's all I remember as a kid. I ain't seen Tommy since I was in my adult years, and I started saying, "Man, people rocking Tommy again." Like I was just like,
people been rocking it. It's just
they've been rocking it.
It just wasn't as popular in our community as much
because we knew Tommy wasn't for us.
Well, I mean, you still got your few. So,
but that's what I'm saying. He kind of crippled his way back into our closet, and I was just like, since when did we start wearing Tommy again? Like I thought Tommy was on the no-buy list.
Retro.
Yep.
Time. People forgive and forget.
Sellouts.
Because a lot of things I be seeing my mom and people talk about, like they used to wear when they were younger, coming back. Yeah. Like it has a season. Everything has a season.
You know what it makes me think always of my dad and them, how you realize how right your parents were, even though you didn't want to hear it. You like, nah, whatever. But the older you get, the more you realize. My dad would always say there's nothing new under the sun. Nothing new. And I would always hear that and be like, all right, bro.
And when you hear things now, you be like.
But you start to see how things just revolve. Mm-hmm.
I hate to admit, you was right.
Certain styles. Remember the baggy clothes was just, oh man, it gotta be. If it ain't skin tight, it ain't vein skin tight, I ain't wearing it. Remember people start, now the baggy, the bell bottom.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So it's back.
Who joked about somebody having bell bottom khakis?
Oh yeah. I forgot who that was.
Something. We was watching Pop Rich.
Yeah.
That's what we was watching on the stream.
Bell bottom.
No, I seen yesterday.
Shout out to the
homie bell-bottom sweats.
Twitch.
Oh, bell-bottom sweats. I mean, I'm not surprised.
It's just coming back into style.
Everything you've seen before, you'll see it again.
It revisits.
15, 20 years later, that's just how it is, you know. And to y'all point, man, you know, at some point, we would love for our community to come together, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, you start to see it in pockets here and there, and it just doesn't get glorified because we know what gets glorified. We know what people want to see is the
drama.
The drama, the fighting, all that other stuff. You know, that's what, you know, sells on TV, and that's just what people are now been accustomed to. But that's why we have this platform, because we try to spread that love, you know, try to promote that, and, you know, us working together and, you know what I'm saying, building up this family. And it ain't even just about you know, one race. It's about all of us.
Absolutely.
All of us together, because at the end of the day, we don't advance further, you know, for the future generations if we don't work together. Is it a pipe bomb dream? Of course. But you still somebody got to keep trying to fight for that. Yeah. And if as long as people is trying to fight to work together with each other, you know, despite their differences, I think that can help out in the long run. Because once everybody just don't care, everybody cooked. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's why, you know, that's what we do with this platform. We're going to continue to do that. And, yeah, man, you know, it's just one of those things where, you know, looking forward to just seeing the younger generation, you know, Mariah and Isaiah and them growing up and seeing how, well, this is how Dad and his friends did it. You feel me? And, you know, seeing them following the footsteps, because kids only know what they see.
Yeah.
That's true.
And it starts at home, bro.
Starts at home every time, bro.
And I will say in closing, and always to bring it back to God, if we were to just get in the word, you know, and I'm learning that more and more. Of course, it's been something, you know, it's been something told to me all my life. But you grow up, you start experiencing things, and you start to recall all those memories of things that you were told. And you weed out the BS, because you find out what's real and what's not real as you get older. And the things that's been sticking is the thing that's always been talked about through the word. Things that my grandma would always tell me. All of them, all the, you know, late relatives that passed on and stuff like that. And my parents, thankfully, are still here. I mean, you just recall a lot of things. And the messages that they told each and every one of us, that had somebody that talked to us, and just you remember. And a lot of the things that they said came from the word, especially people close around me. But if we live like how we supposed to, you still gonna go through trials and tribulations.
Of course.
If you ever get it twisted. But you live and go through those things with a more peaceful mindset. You know, like the whole DDG situation. Yeah. It's very unfortunate. Yeah. But if you try to date a woman to marry her, and not to baby mama her, or just we need to just stop having kids. Yeah. No, we need to form unions, build foundations, so that way those kids can grow up on a foundation.
That's true.
I can't build a house on sand. Yeah. I have to build a house on solid, flat, plain. I can't just get into this world thinking, hey man, it's who's smashing the most off, and then don't expect ramifications to come from that. Oh, I get such and such. I'm bumped up. Yeah, bro. Because you putting yourself and exposing yourself to these situations. You keep putting yourself out there.
What did God say?
Talking recklessly.
Before you get married and do fornication. I mean, before you do fornication, you get married. So, I mean, that's the thing. You want to make sure that you...
Well, it won't be fornication then. But, you know, before you fornicate, make sure you find someone that's going, you know, just to help, you know, but just make sure you find someone that's going.
Yeah, it won't be fornication there, for sure.
Yeah. You want to find someone that's going to be your wife or husband, man.
Yeah.
It just makes things simple. And then find someone that you date them to know them, not to just get in the draws, because we can lessen down on divorce.
Yep.
We can lessen down on having kids out of wedlock, which, you know, we fell short for that. So it ain't like we sitting here talking about, hey, we did it all right. Heck no. We still learning. We did it wrong, got up, did it wrong, got up, you know, get down, you know, fall short, get up. And I mean, you have to keep striding towards perfection. Even though you'll never reach it, that's just the goal.
Yep.
And the more we try to do things that's pleasing to God, the more you're going to start saying like, okay. This got me out of this situation. This stopped me from going out tonight and getting in this situation because this happened over there at that spot. Just because I stayed in and watched this or do this or read this, that stopped me from there. You know, it's just a way you got to look at things. I fasted, so it stopped me from, and that's something I'm learning now about the fasting thing. You know, because that's something big. But really, fasting helps you cure a lot of the diseases that happen within the body because it's like your body is healing itself. Yeah. You know, and I know it's something that people talk about, but you just do your own research. Don't even take my advice from it. Go do your own research. A lot of things that are in the Bible really help you maintain a more peaceful life and a healthier lifestyle. Mentally, not just physically, which is A1, but mentally too. Because without when the mind is gone, everything else goes with it.
Facts.
But
this was a good one, man. This was
sorry, I got a little preachy at the end, man. All right.
Ain't nothing a little preaching can't do.
Sunday's over. But nah,
this was a good one, man.
It was, bro. We just want to, again, like Ross was saying, bro, we just want to spread love, be love, and just, you know, not try to be an influence like we perfect. Because we're not. We're still learning and trying to figure it out. But, bro, one thing we're going to do is try to be as transparent as possible for things that need to be seen. Yeah. And be our authentic selves no matter what stage in life we are. I look at my old videos and I hate them. But I see where I was
and where you are now
and where I am now.
Thanks.
So you should always look at things like, hey, I would have did this 2 years ago, but today, nah, I'm gonna take a different approach. And then someone's life might be saved. But again, this was a great one. Hopefully you guys took something from this one, episode 105.
Yeah.
105.
Got it.
You know, we got to keep doing that every time now.
Yeah, 105, man. Not 104. We did that one. 105.
It's 100 episodes.
Not 99.9.
It's 100 episodes with 5 episodes experience.
Right.
From the 100. But nonetheless, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Continue to spread love, be love out
always
there. Run up the likes, subscribe, share, listen to wherever you can listen to podcasts or wherever we have this out at. And we catch y'all in the next one.
Peace.
Shout out to Nisha for joining as well.
Peace. You stupid, man.